and ensure they stay with you. The first one is training must be onboarding and ongoing. Simple, fundamental thing. I want to introduce a concept to you called the attention black hole. Millennials have a reputation for being job hoppers. Y'all have heard that before? Millennials are disloyal and they job hop. They leave as soon as things don't go their way. Now, the research that we've done, and we've done a tremendous amount, finds that millennials leave an organization in a very defined time. There is a period between when onboarding is over. And I don't care if your onboarding program is 1 day or 1 month or 1 year. There is a period between the day onboarding is over and the day they get their first promotion of some kind, advancement of some kind, formal, informal advancement. The time between onboarding being over and some kind of advancement, that's when most millennials leave their organization. Okay? That's when the highest level of dropout and leaving the job happens in that time frame. Let me explain to you why it works that way and what you can do to address it. It works that way for this reason. When you are recruiting a millennial, they're being recruited by Verizon corporate, or they're even being recruited at the store level. This millennial is going through a series of assessments. They're being interviewed, right? They're filling out applications. They're being talked to about the job. Maybe it's at a career fair. Maybe it's at a university. Maybe it's just at any sort of event in which you're recruiting folks. Maybe it's just when they come into the company or into the store. You're going through a recruiting process that involves you having interactions with the individual in a fairly intimate way these days, with the way recruiting is done with assessments and those kinds of things. During the recruiting process, millennials get a lot of attention. A recruit who's potentially going to work for Verizon gets a lot of attention between the time they first start talking to Verizon and when they start working at Verizon. Is that a fair statement? You get a lot of attention. When you go through the onboarding process, from the first day you start at Verizon, whether it's a corporate training program, time in the store, you're going through that onboarding process. You come to Dallas to do some training, you do some corporate onboarding, you go to the store, it's your first couple of weeks at the store, and the manager's spending a lot of time with you because you're brand new. Think about the last brand new person that came into your store. You probably spent the better part of that day with them the day they came in there. You spent more time with them on that day than you did with anybody else in the store that day, more than likely. Is that a fair statement? Okay. They get a lot of attention during the onboarding process. And then when they're hired and they're trained up and they're ready to go and the next recruit comes in or the next recruiting class comes in, you send them out to the floor and you send them off to go to work. Here's your number and hit it. Gave you a lot of attention when we were recruiting you. Gave you a lot of attention when we were onboarding you. But now it's time for you to go fly away as a bird and sell some devices. So during the recruiting process, they got a lot of attention. During the onboarding process, they got a lot of attention. And in between, when the onboarding being done and when they get some kind of advancement, you took something away. What'd you take away? Attention. Millennials are not job hoppers. They're attention addicts. And you're their pusher. You got them hooked on the drug, and then you took the drug away. And then you got your competitors who aren't as good at recruiting as Verizon is. And you've got your competitors who aren't as good at training as Verizon is, but they have a really cool strategy. Some of your competitors, we've done our research, some of your competitors actually have this strategy. The strategy is this. Let Verizon pick the talent, and then let Verizon train them up. And then I'll roll by the store as a shopper, or I'll catch them when they're coming in and out of the store, or I'll talk to their friends or whatever it is, and I'm going to steal them from the store, and I'm getting somebody who is talented because Verizon picked them, and well-trained because Verizon trained them, but they're not getting attention right now, and if I start to recruit them, what am I going to give them? Attention, and what does Verizon not give them? Attention, so I can take them away. Competitors take away your people when they're in the attention black hole. And that's why it's so important that your training programs at store level and corporate are ongoing. If there's not a death black hole, the competitors can't take them away. So number one is training must be onboarding and ongoing.